Welcome back to O Sports and O Radio with Gio, Matt, and AJ.
How's
Hello,
it going?
hello.
All right, so kind of a quiet week. We focus more on the NFL side of things, side of sports, especially because that's the sport in season right now. No Thursday night game
Nope.
this week, but we do have an update on the Bengals-Bills game. The game has been canceled fully. There will be no resuming of that. So before we move into how that will have implications on the upcoming postseason, fantastic news coming from Damar Hamlin's recovery. He is wrote. He's communicating through writing.
Yep.
He's holding hands with his family and friends, which is
Doctors think he's gonna make a full recovery, right?
Yep, I think that's what we're hearing.
And he's neurologically fine.
He's neurologically fine.
which is
Yep. So
good to
that's
hear.
fantastic news. Obviously, really scary to watch on Monday night. But he's expected to make a full recovery. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, Gio, how will this have playoff implications?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the number one seed in the AFC. Obviously, Bills and Bengals, definitely one of the top three teams. So with the Bills losing to the Chiefs, but being tied with the same record, same thing with the Bengals being the Chiefs, but having a worse record with one loss more. The AFC Championship game, if it's between those three teams or any team that can have the number one seed, it will be at a neutral site. So if it's Bengals, Bills, or KC, Bills, any of those three teams going against each other, it's going to be a neutral site, which is definitely, I don't think it's happened before in a while, at least
Yeah,
not for a while.
I don't think we've ever seen something like this in the NFL.
I mean, it's
so
probably happened, just not
maybe
for a while.
once. Yeah.
So, that definitely shakes it up. Because also, Bengals, Ravens, they're going to treat that game, if they think it's if they're going against them, they're going to treat it like a best of, regular 16-game season like last year.
Mhm.
Do that in playoff percentage just to make it fair. But let's go to the NFC. Because,
The NFC's looking
it's set.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
set to the
NFC's
sixth
set.
seed.
Okay, so we've
Eagles
got
probably have the one seed.
the Eagles have the one
Eagles
seed.
have the
No,
one seed,
Eagles,
yeah.
if they lose this week, Vikings take it. But
Which
the Vikings,
unfortunately,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a real chance of the Eagles losing.
Jalen
And
Hurts
that-
is coming back too.
No.
It pains me to say as a Giants fan, but I think the best case, our best game plan here is to have our starters play for the first half, have Daniel Jones not get injured because that
Rest Saquon since he's
that-
the heart and soul of the Giants.
Is he, though?
that dashes all of our playoffs.
It's Saquon and Daniel Jones. Let's be real now.
I listen, Isaiah Hodgins makes
Yeah.
some moves.
He
Yeah.
is him.
I can't wait to have Wandale back because we'll actually have a pretty good receiver core.
Not
I mean,
bad,
our
not
receiving
bad.
course for a bunch of no names, we have a great receiving core. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens when we add some names to it? That'd be great.
Who knows? But
Yeah. OBJ, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy-
we haven't said that in a minute.
I
But
know.
OBJ, please come home. Please come home.
crazy thing is the Eagles might not have her seed locked up.
It is
It's-
contested,
yeah.
but
If they-
I
It
I
can be
am
between the
But
Vikings.
Minnesota's been playing
the
horrible
fraud.
the
Yeah.
last
The
couple of years.
Minnesota fraud kings.
Mhm.
Yep.
The thing is, if
Frauds.
Eagles
Fraudulent franchise.
Saw
if the
Justin
Eagles
Jefferson
win,
get locked up too.
He has no more Instagram. Jair Alexander graded on him.
I know.
Eagles lose, Dallas takes the division, Vikings move to the 1, Eagles move to 2 if San Francisco loses. But if both Minnesota and Philly loses, San Francisco's at the 1. And I think that's like the worst thing in the
That's
NFL.
the worst.
That's the
thing.
worst thing. San Fran's been killing teams left and right. So the fact that they could have the number 1 seed with the extra week of health, Christian McCaffrey
That's
healthy,
a scary thing.
George Kittle healthy, Debo, these guys aren't playing for like a week, and you're going against like the hardest.
I think the Niners are a top 3 team in the NFL right now.
They're number 1.
Number 1.
I mean, obviously in the
Their
NFL, I don't
offense,
see it at
without
number 1.
question.
all right. So top 3 teams in the NFL have to go to the Niners, the Bengals, the Bills, maybe the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
I go
There's a four team
like tie.
race. The Bengals, the Bills, the Chiefs,
And the
Niners.
Actually, 5 teams because the Eagles you have to admit when they have Jalen Hurts, they're like the best team in the league. Let's be real.
I can't.
At the beginning
Why?
of at the beginning of the season when they were undefeated all the way up until the Commanders game,
Okay, but
They
still.
you
yeah.
lost to the Commanders.
So here's
I mean,
the thing.
every team that goes undefeated loses to the Commanders.
Se-
Steelers when they were like 11-0, lost to the Commanders. Then that went downhill. So you can't really. I don't want to say anything, but the Commanders might be the undefeated
Jalen Hurts
Slayers.
is just coming back off injury too, so he's not gonna be firing
I
on
mean,
all cylinders.
It's not like it's.
he might.
It is a shoulder
Well, it
injury,
is
so
Daniel
obviously.
Jones.
But the same thing is, you're playing. You have a
pretty
team
much-
that's pretty much carrying. Like you just put the ball in the air and it's a catch.
It's true.
I mean,
Looking from the perspective of a Giants fan, I do not want our matchup against Minnesota to go anywhere because we can beat Minnesota,
Yeah.
especially in the postseason.
And we beat him like pretty much at full health too, or
Yeah.
almost
No,
beat him.
almost.
Almost beat him.
Yeah, so
Stupid 61-yard field goal was
yeah, it was
ridiculous.
unbelievable. It's because they were playing in a dome.
I know.
If it was at MetLife, there would be no field goal. But whatever.
Playing at MetLife, who would have won that game without the field goal.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So Minnesota and the Giants, I think that should be a win for New York. Should.
It would.
It
I don't
will,
think
it
it's
will.
a 50-50 toss.
I don't think so. I
I
don't
think
it
we-
will. I think
75-25 Giants.
I
I'm calling
think
it.
I think the Giants have the Vikings number.
Yeah.
Right?
do.
There should be no, and Brian Daboll's a smart coach, and Wink Martindale's a smart coach. The only thing they need to figure out is Justin Jefferson.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Because our secondary is lacking, right? But if Kayvon plays the way he did against Indianapolis,
Mhm.
and Dexter Lawrence plays the way he played against
He's always going to
Indianapolis,
play the way he's going to
Kirk
play.
Cousins is not going to have that much time in the pocket, right?
Let's be real.
He is not going to have that much time in the pocket.
The Vikings, with the records and everything considered going into
I
that
don't think
matchup.
records mean anything.
Well,
Frauds.
obviously,
Fraudulent.
but if we're going based off of records, the Vikings should have had our number the whole game.
But they didn't.
So
There was
But
no.
at the time,
there
they
was,
were only
they were
they were still one of the stronger
11,
teams
right?
they were
in the
like, they were
NFL.
like the NFC. I think they had the second best record behind the Eagles.
But behind the Eagles, yeah.
So reality, this is a different game.
this
this
should
is a
be
different
a
game.
Giants win.
if the Giants team is the same Giants team that played against the Colts, it shouldn't even be that close.
No.
Should be a 2-score game, us leading.
Which is then a problem
One score
though.
game.
Think so?
I think we're gonna. We don't really blow teams out. Obviously, we don't have the star power. But I think.
What happened to the Colts?
Okay, well, it's the Colts, man.
it is
It's
the
the
Colts.
Colts.
I
I
think
guess.
the best college football team could beat the Colts this year.
No.
I think so.
No. There's no
You mean Nick Saban and
There's
there's
levels.
Alabama?
No,
There's levels to
There
this,
is
though.
no
No,
college.
levels to this.
I
There's
know.
no college team that can
There
beat
is
the
w-
worst NFL team.
there
There's
wa-
nothing.
So we're seeing the
The
best.
Texans
Hold
would
on,
beat
hold
the
on.
best college team.
Texans?
The worst.
They are not. The record does not show that they're good. They have a decent team.
But okay,
on,
it
hold
doesn't show that they're good. But
It
like,
doesn't.
then look at this. But then at the same time, the opposite, the Minnesota Vikings are
Can we?
terrible.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the best
The
best college football team of
could
all
not
time,
beat.
best all
All
time,
time is
from
different.
That
No.
would be Florida. That would be the
That'd
Florida
be
Gators.
Florida.
No, it
That
would not
That would be
be.
the Florida.
It
That
would
be
not be the
2001
Florida Gators.
That would be the
No, it would
Florida
not
Gators.
be.
Yes, it would.
No, it wouldn't be.
Who?
It's not the Gators.
It's the
Then who
Gators.
is it?
It's the 2001 Gators.
No,
And who is it?
Auburn with Cam Newton.
Go
Uh,
away. No.
No, FSU. The year they had
Man, what happened to Cam Newton?
a lot of things.
What
him
a
not-
quarterback.
Terrible.
what was it?
He had a dab in 2016 and then left.
Yep.
Okay, so Jabo and what was it? Kevin Benjamin, FSU team rolls the worst NFL.
But
team
here's
in
the
history.
thing. Here's the thing. So you have and there's always a conversation of how will college superstars perform in the NFL? And you see college superstars fall very short in
Yeah.
the NFL. There are levels to this. There is no college team that could beat the worst NFL team.
I think there
the
is.
speed,
No.
the speed of the offensive and defensive
Look, the
linemen.
second you get into the NFL, you get better trainers, better coaches, you get
I know
faster,
that.
you get stronger.
I know that. But like we're seeing like the best Bama squad with Nick Saban at head coach cannot beat the worst NFL
Nope.
team.
Nope.
This
The-
season, who's the worst NFL team?
absolute.
I mean,
I would
it's
probably
the Texans
say
and the Bears. It's between the two.
All right,
Justin
so
Fields is the only reason why the Bears are good.
Best college football team right now against the Bears.
Is either Georgia or TCU.
Is Georgia or TCU?
Georgia.
Georgia.
TCU.
I'm gonna say Georgia.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
want to say
Georgia.
Georgia.
You think Georgia
Sure.
can beat the Bears?
I think
No.
maybe not the Bears. But I think
No.
they can beat the Texans.
No,
Georgia
I
versus
don't think
Texans.
so.
I cannot
think so.
say that. No, I cannot support that. There is not the speed
Okay.
and
The size.
skill
Hold on.
different and size.
Hold on.
Of
2018 Clemson.
we're not talking
No,
about
no, no,
2018.
no. Hear me out. 2018 Clemson or 2019 LSU versus the Texans right now.
No,
No.
You don't
No,
think either of them
no,
win?
Neither.
Joe Burrow
Okay,
with
ready?
Justin
if you
Jefferson
wanna
and
go
Jamar
back in
Chase.
time, if you want to go back in time to 2018, 2019, whenever.
Who was the
Then
worst team? That
get-
was the Lions.
No,
No, 2019.
probably the Lions actually.
Yeah.
But
it
let's
was
say
either the Lions, Giants, or Jets.
Yeah.
if the whatever team was the worst team at that point, you're saying that 2019 LSU, arguably the best college football team of all time against any team, saying you put them against 2001 Florida with a priest and a bunch of convicts in the end, is not being the worst NFL team.
No, No. There's no there is such a skill level difference between college
denying
and the
that.
NFL.
But at the same time, you have to remember they all played in college at some
Do I
point.
think it could be a little competitive?
Oh yeah, no,
Maybe,
it's not going to be a massacre.
Well, I'm not saying it's a massacre. I'm
It's
saying
not
like
gonna be
a
a
field goal
massacre,
type of
but-
win.
Nah, not
no.
that.
You don't
The
think
NFL,
so?
I think
the
it's
NFL,
like
the
a
NFL
2 one-score
teams,
game.
the NFL teams win by at least a point. At
Yeah.
least one
Okay,
point.
and you know what's crazy? It could go the same way. NFL team has the lead.
No,
College team's
The-
driving down the field.
the college team is not winning.
Why?
There's no because okay, I think it
Saying it's mainly seniors, maybe like one underclass, like one it's mainly seniors and juniors with
there
one
is
underclassman.
such a skill differential between the
Yeah.
pros and college. There's such a difference.
You get trained completely different once you enter the NFL, dude.
I mean, I know that, but it's just like I don't want to count it out because you never
I
know what
don't
can
think
happen.
it's
But there are people
possible.
coming out of college that once they get into the NFL, they add 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle onto their frame. Against a college kid,
Okay, so Devontae Smith, literally best wide
Could
receiver
the,
in
could the
college football.
best? Could the best? Well,
The-
I don't know what to say.
okay, I'm
'cause
actually gonna ask you a question.
college is so extensive.
I'm gonna
But,
ask
like,
you this:
could
could the best college
best-
football receiver take on one of the best cornerbacks right now,
which cornerback?
individual
Anyone.
matchup?
Jair Alexander.
1-on-1, any cornerback you name?
You saw Justin Jefferson get locked up. He's one of the top like 5 route runners in the NFL right now.
Yeah, like
George Pickens
here, I hear her. I have
or
a question
Patrick
for you.
Peterson.
I have a
Who are you
question for you.
taking? One,
I have a question.
best
for
of 5. Who are you guys taking? George Pickens or Patrick Peterson?
you. With the way that Pickens is playing, well, that's a
Yeah.
quarterback thing. That's a quarterback.
No, like
thing.
saying they got Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers as quarterback.
I would not take
Washed.
Rodgers.
Washed. Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers.
saying that okay,
They got Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
GP with Joe Burrow versus Darius Slay. I'm taking GP.
But here's a question for you then. Look. Would the best high school football team beat the worst Big Ten team?
Oh, of course not.
No, that's the same thing.
No, it's different.
No, it's not.
No, think about it, right? One,
I can't say
No.
any D1 team because there are a
Hear me out, hear me out.
trillion D1 teams.
hear me out. The high school teams are literally immature kids, and I can attest to that.
And
college-
college is the same in the eyes of the pros.
But they have more experience. They
And
have more
NFL
knowledge.
teams
And
have
the
more
NFL
experience than
High
knowledge.
school team. Okay, where are we saying this? The best high school team is like. Where are we saying like California or just
Cali
Indiana?
or Texas or
Okay, I am saying that Bishop Gorman could beat the worst college football team of all time. With Bishop Gorman, with Tate Martell, Zachariah Branch, and their best receiving core and line will beat the
I don't
worst
think it's a
team.
fair statement to say like they could beat the worst college team all time.
because some
The
college
Of
worst
course,
teams
the
are
worst
terrible.
college team all time is gonna be like it's terrible.
But like the
the
closest
worst,
thing,
the worst,
the highest-
modern, closest thing to modern football.
But
No.
the highest level of college football is Pac-12, Big Ten, like
Yeah.
anything like that.
Okay,
So would the best high school football team out of Texas or Cali beat the worst team in the Big Ten or Pac-12?
I think it could happen.
I do not think so.
It'd
Absolutely
be a
not.
brawl, but you know.
No, the college team would flatten the high school kids.
I'm
We-
sorry. I'm sorry.
I completely agree with AJ. Yeah, I'm not with you. Sorry.
Hey,
yeah.
skill differential.
I'll take this fight for
If you
myself.
want to
ridiculous.
debate this more in the second half, we will. But now we got to wrap this up. For
Yep,
now.
we will bring you. Oh, that's
That's the wrong.
that's the
sound.
wrong sound. We'll catch you guys later with the correct sound.
Yeah.
See you guys after the break. Welcome back to O Sports on O Radio. We were just finishing discussing how there's a
Best
huge
college
skill
football team of all
differential.
time.
There's a huge
beat
skill differential.
The worst NFL team of all
But
time.
we got extremely sidetracked because Gio is just wrong.
No, I feel like it could happen. It's just gonna be like 1 in a
The
million.
stars would
One-
have to align. God would have
Exactly.
to breathe down onto the football
All
stadium.
right, back on topic. Though.
All right.
Back on topic. Though.
The
Let's talk
playoffs.
about the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already discussed that the Giants should beat Minnesota,
Yes.
right?
Dallas
Agreed.
should beat the Bills.
Dallas
Dallas is
should
beating
beat Tampa, but Dallas in the playoffs is a very different Dallas.
And
Exactly.
Tom Brady in the playoffs is a different. Tom
Is a
Brady.
very different Tom Brady. And Mike Evans has been playing like God blessed him recently.
He did.
So I think that's going to be a closer game than most people think. Because obviously we know the iconic Cowboys cycle.
Yeah.
Is we suck.
Our
we
year.
them boys. Our year. We win a few games. We them boys. We
Yeah.
in
Make
the
the playoffs, lose first
maybe
round.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the cycle is repeating itself. I have the Bucks.
I'm gonna be honest.
I have the Bucks as well.
Hear me out. Okay, my thing is, I don't want the Eagles at the first seed because San Francisco probably gonna be the
Yeah,
the
but
worst.
I
seed.
don't want to have to run the risk of the Giants playing
No, no,
San
no,
Fran.
no. But
Because that's
Yeah.
what happens.
But
That's
if we make it,
terrifying
but if we make it
thought.
to the second round, we're playing the Eagles if they make
no,
the
we're
first seed.
no. If we make it out of the second round, we're playing the 49ers.
No, we're not.
This team's playing.
No, Bucks are the 4th seed. We're the 6th seed, and we're the lowest seed. So we're playing the Eagles.
Oh, we're playing the Eagles.
Oh.
That's why I don't want them at the first seed.
We could beat the Eagles.
No, we can't.
We can. I believe.
No, we can't, bro. The Eagles versus Giants, we're losing that.
Listen.
Listen, it was close
was
last
it was
time.
not
until
a close
It was
game.
not.
It was close until it
47 to
wasn't.
22.
Wait, Gio. When it was 0-0, was the game not close?
Matt, every game starts off 0-0.
So it was pretty close at the start of the game.
I mean,
we held a tie for a little bit.
Exactly.
Though. So I want to see. I don't think that this upcoming. Well, that was Thanksgiving. That was a while ago.
Exactly.
The Giants have grown significantly as a team, and the Eagles they'll get Jalen Hurts back this week.
But I don't know if
But,
they'll be
This
as
week,
strong as they were.
this week is not going to be an accurate representation of the Eagles Giants.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, no.
so
Both teams made the playoffs
Depending
already.
on how this goes, because
Both teams made the playoffs. Don't really
it's
care about
pretty
winning.
clear that we're resting most of our starters for some of the games.
at least for the second half.
I mean,
Like,
let's be
they're
real.
not going to have.
So depending on how this game goes against the Eagles, might determine the playoffs.
I mean-
'Cause we're gonna have like second, third string playing against them.
I
Yeah.
don't think this week is not going to be an accurate representation
We
of what
clinched
we're going to
it.
see in the postseason if the Giants and Eagles meet.
We clinched the
Right?
playoffs.
Both teams are obviously in the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? The Eagles are playing for a 1 seed, but they should. Let's be real. They should not have that much trouble against New York.
yeah.
Oh, they will have something. I feel like our backups are just like, because they're not.
Listen, if our
guard
backups
situation.
have something to prove, so maybe
Yeah.
they'll ball out. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe we find something.
They did
But-
all right in the Colts game, so
Yeah, but moving away from the NFC East, right? So the Eagles and Giants.
yeah.
The other one is the 49ers and the
It's the
and
49ers
Seattle. It's the
easily the
49ers.
best team in the
It doesn't
NFL.
matter. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who's at the 17th. The Niners take it.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Niners take
so what we're looking at then
Is
the-
Eagles,
the Giants,
Giants,
Eagles, and Tampa Bay
versus Niners.
49ers.
Oh, and the Niners. Are
I
winning
got the
that.
Niners and Eagles moving on.
Yeah, that's easy.
Listen,
Yeah.
I would love the Giants to move on,
But
Really,
there's
But it's a miracle.
It's not
If
gonna
we-
happen.
Stars-
if the Giants make the NFC Championship, I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
I will. I don't even know that. There's a lot of things I would do.
Listen,
honestly,
If
for the sake of my
But
for the-
who's winning it? Who's going to the bowl?
I would miss the birth of my baby if that happened.
Get safe, get safe.
If that happened, I would miss the birth of my baby. If I'm being honest.
But who's
I
going
would
to
miss
the
my
Super
wedding
Bowl?
for that.
Who's going to the Super Bowl?
Oh, probably the
if we're looking
Niners.
if
I
we're
got the
looking
Niners.
Eagles, Niners, I got Niners. I got the
Like,
Niners.
Man, I just
So-
don't see the Eagles making
The
it all
Eagles
the way.
Wait,
do
am I
At the
not
beginning
have-
of the season, they were a Super Bowl
but
lock
wait,
for
the,
me.
the
Am I the only one that
Eagles-
would miss like their wedding or baby's birth to see the Giants in the NFC Championship game?
I would have a jersey on under my suit.
I just wouldn't show up if I'm being honest. Like I'd have bought tickets saying
I just
what-
would not schedule my wedding anywhere near the
Yeah.
NFL season.
bro. Like because I mean you probably would be playing because like oh yeah Giants trying to make it that far. I mean obviously fiance would be mad at me, but I'm not honestly I might just be single after that point.
Just listen. I mean, all right. So I got the Niners moving on. I got the Niners going.
Niners
to the
are
bowl.
going to the bowl.
Okay, so Niners in the bowl.
All right. So now let's look at the AFC. And the
I got
AFC's still a little bit more complicated because not
Yeah.
everything's set in stone.
Mhm.
But as of right now,
If the I
Jacksonville
have
as of
and the
right
Chargers.
now,
If Jacksonville makes it
KC
in-
has the 1 seed.
Yes,
course.
of course.
So Jacksonville and Chargers are playing. Cincinnati and Baltimore are playing, and Buffalo and New England are playing.
I have Jacksonville moving on, Cincinnati
Okay.
moving on, and Buffalo moving on.
yeah,
You have Jacksonville. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chargers lost to Jacksonville already.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence has been on a tear.
This
What do we
is-
have to
yep,
lose?
Yep. All right. So Jacksonville's moving on. Cincy's moving on, and Buffalo's moving.
So
on.
Yeah.
Cincinnati versus
That's a
the
pretty
Chiefs.
obvious.
yeah.
Wait a
one.
minute. So that's
We all
Cincy
know
versus
that's
the
gonna
Chiefs.
happen.
Buffalo.
I can't see an upset either.
No, I
No
don't see an
upsets.
upset. I see no upsets in this in the wild card.
I mean, Jacksonville might be an upset because Chargers. Like,
That's the only thing that.
possible.
That's the only type of
maybe could
upset.
Swing, but
it's possible.
It's
so
just
wait.
not going
what?
to.
So what's Jacksonville? The 4th seed. Bengals are the what seed? 2nd or 3rd?
Bengals
Bills.
have to be the second, right?
No, Bills are 2nd, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So all right, Bengals and Bills will play again. Jacksonville versus Chiefs. Jacksonville.
So
It's gonna be close, but Chiefs are gonna win. I have Buffalo.
You think it's gonna be close with the Chiefs game?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
Against
be,
Jacksonville.
against who?
Jacksonville.
Against Jacksonville?
I think.
no.
I think it
I don't know
could.
about close.
Okay, it'll be a one-score game, maybe like 7, like a touchdown lead here and there. But I think Jacksonville's been playing up to competition. They haven't been playing.
Yeah, but Kansas
past
City's got
consist-
a good defense when they.
but
play
Kansas City.
defense.
when they play defense.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Kansas City defense doesn't show up, then it's a close
Kansas
game.
City's defense is showing up in the postseason. There's
Yeah.
no like postseason and this is the
Especially
thing.
with Andy Reid as your coach.
Postseason teams are different
Yeah.
teams. The Bucks are a different team in the postseason with Tom
The
Brady.
Packers are a different postseason team, even though they lose.
They out.
They
Hey.
always lose.
We don't know the Giants. They haven't been there since
So now
2016 and they
Cincy,
lost
Buffalo, right?
Cincy
Buffalo.
Cincy Buffalo.
We didn't get to see the rest of that game, so we have no clue.
We have really
how
no-
this is gonna end. How's this
Oh,
gonna
I still say Bengals is gonna win.
I say
Bengals back-to-back
Think
Super Bowl
so?
trips.
They
But
didn't
are
win
they gonna
last
win
year.
this?
Yes, Bengals are gonna win back
Okay.
to back. Beat Niners
So,
30 to
Now
27.
you have the Chiefs versus the Bengals now, right?
For
Yeah.
the AFC.
Yeah.
I have because
Listen,
like I said,
Joe Burrow has
Joe
beat Patrick Mahomes 3 times in a row.
Joe Burrow
And
is
has
quarterback
never
to do
lost
so.
him.
Joe Burrow is setting single season records in halves. In first halves, he's
Yeah.
setting game records.
Of course.
Him and Jamar Chase are an unstoppable menace right now.
Agree.
There is no stopping that.
And
right
T. Higgins.
On the other
Put
side,
some respect on his damn name.
But
Of
on
course,
the other
okay,
side,
yeah,
on
yeah.
the other side of things, Kansas City. It's Kansas City. Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes,
Mahomes
Travis
is
Kelce.
not from this planet.
He's
not
not.
from this planet.
Okay, and well, we found his kryptonite, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, that's Patrick Mahomes. He's not from this planet.
Right? But he sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here. I am Patrick Mahomes from Leading Passes.
All right, listen. But he was back on topic. Patrick Mahomes, right?
The Chiefs
It's
are
still
not
Patrick
counted out.
Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'm not
counting
counting them out. I'm
Listen,
just saying,
Joe Burrow's
Bengals-
beat Patrick Mahomes every time they played, but it's Patrick Mahomes
in
and
the
Travis
postseason.
Kelce.
In the postseason.
In the postseason.
So it was the same thing last year.
I still have the Bengals.
It was the same
still have
thing
the Bengals.
last
I
year.
could see it going both ways.
I don't see it
I
going
could really
both ways.
see it
I
going
have the
both
Bengals.
ways.
I have the Bengals.
Bengals.
I think
Bengals.
if Kansas City's defense plays well, it will go to Kansas City. But if they've been playing how like
But you cannot stop Burrow right now.
I know.
And especially that whole Bengals team has something to prove, and they're coming back for the bowl.
I think the
They
only
want
okay.
that ring. They want their
They
ring.
deserved that
I
ring
think the
last
only
year.
thing I think Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow
Oh,
right now.
that's fair.
And I
Yes.
think that's the only thing that they have over the Bengals, and maybe Travis Kelce.
Yeah, them
But
and tight
the
end.
way that Burrow has been playing
Oh
Burrow's
yeah,
been
no, I
balling.
completely agree.
is unreal. So I have Cincy. I have
Alright.
Cincy taking this.
I'll go with you.
So that leaves
even
us.
though I see you going both ways,
So that's a Buffalo.
it's a Buffalo loss.
Yeah. Okay. So are we at the Super Bowl now?
We're at the Super Bowl.
No, give,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Kansas City.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So we
it's
got
the AFC
Cincy
championship.
and the Niners.
Cincy. You're going in with the rookie guy, with a rookie QB who has proven himself to handle the NFL way better than anyone thought Mr. Irrelevant would.
But
do.
if
Listen,
Brock Purdy
Undefeated still.
Brock
If
Purdy
the bracket goes the way we
if
said
Brock
it.
Purdy can play like he's been playing,
Brock Purdy making it to the Super Bowl is
A win in itself.
exceeding
That's
all expectations.
Insane.
like we thought he'd probably be like, oh, just lose back to back games. Like,
I-
But who wins it? Listen, the Bengals,
Bengals.
have that experience.
Okay, so
Purdy does not.
The 49ers have the best offense in
And
the NFL.
probably defense.
The Bengals have the best functioning offense
Yeah.
yeah,
in the NFL. Who wins?
Bengals
I think the Bengals because they've been there before.
quarterback experience. That's all I have to say.
Quarterback experience. They've been there before and they have something to prove. They started off this year not good.
If the Niners have Debo, I think it's gonna be real close.
It's gonna be harder. But still.
It's gonna be a very
They have
entertaining
one of the
Super
best
Bowl.
tight ends in the league. Probably top 2, maybe even top 1 running back. in Christian
No.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, top three.
Top
Top
three.
three.
Top three.
And then
I mean, at this point, it's top two.
Debo
because, like,
Samuel.
Mm-hmm. I mean, isn't Debo hurt?
If he comes
If
back,
he
I'm
comes
saying.
back.
If he comes back.
If Debo comes back,
there's plenty of time between now and the bowl.
I
if
know.
Debo comes back and he's playing at 100%, I don't think it's me.
the Niners defense is just so like
But Burrow terrorizes defenses.
Yeah,
especially
Burrow-
against,
He picks them
especially against the
apart.
blitz.
I think it comes down to this. Burrow and the Bengals team has been there before, right? They are right now their offense is playing leagues above
This is my only fear. Though,
everyone
right?
else's.
The Bengals are similar to the Eagles in the sense that they're a quarterback run team, right? If Burrow gets hurt, if he's not playing well, the whole team I feel like it's just gonna fall apart.
That is true.
That is true.
We've seen this with the Eagles.
That is true.
Really true.
So and obviously we're talking about it in terms of
The Niners
everyone
went through
stays healthy.
3 quarterbacks this season, so I think they
Everyone's-
could still play without like their quarterback that they're used to.
Okay. So I feel like
I
got that.
still have
Quarterback?
Cincy winning.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I do
so
too.
Cincy winning.
It's gonna be the most. If
that's gonna be
everything
an
goes
amazing
the
Super
way
Bowl.
that we assume, this is gonna be the craziest Super
That's
Bowl.
gonna be
ever.
So we
Craziest
all have
Super
Cincy
Bowl.
winning.
I have
Yeah.
Cincy. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So
Joe Burrow deserves a ring
Can we
too.
just do like a quick, like 707s? What do we think about them?
That was very random, but I like 7-on-7s.
sevens are fun.
Sevens are fun.
Like, you know, you got the Trillions, Florida Express, you know, the premier ones. You know, I think that those are some of the most indifferent ways to go and just have fun. Cause like 707s to me are like they're fun, but they're not like all that. Like they show no love to running backs, no love to the big boys up front.
Yeah,
And I love my big boys up front.
Them in the trenches.
yeah.
They in the trenches.
Them in
you
the
know?
trenches.
Man, being a lineman's hard.
It
It
is.
is. It's tough.
Linemen.
Which is why the college teams are not beating the NFL teams.
Exactly.
Because the skill of the lineman, it is ultimately the skill of the lineman.
You know, for any linemen that hear this,
They really make or break the game, huh?
Yes.
They do.
And this is why, even if the quarterback is playing, the quarterback in the college on the
Yeah.
college team is playing. Stetson Bennett is the same age as Lamar Jackson,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whatever, right? And their secondaries are insane. The linemen make or break this matchup right
If the
here.
O line holds, quarterback gets enough time. It's a catch every single time, pretty much, right? He's putting the ball where he needs to put it, and it's just gonna work out.
That's what I'm saying. The linemen make or break the game.
And O line needs to hold up. D line needs to break through. It's really a lineman game.
before we go, I just want to say, linemen,
We
I'll
love
be
you.
running back.
We love you.
Your
Love
running
you
back should
guys.
be telling you that. If you are a lineman, for me, I love y'all, even though I complain about y'all every other day.
All right, so that was our cover up, or our covering of the current playoff picture, and we will see you guys next week after we have this wonderful weekend of NFL.
Yeah.
So we will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.